I'm ChampChong, it is Thursday, and here is the clip of the day. Shit. Oh shit! What the fuck was that? Okay, that's going on YouTube. What the fuck was that? G'day guys, welcome to this Thursday edition of the show where I report on the latest in gaming news. And today is the 4th of July, but I live in Australia, so it's just another day. But anyway, if you do support your country, no matter where you're from, make sure you smack the like button to put some national pride into it. Yeah, Australia. Anyway, now let's get into the gaming news, and first up, it's two news reports that concern the Xbox One. And they're both a case of trolling by Microsoft, but the first one is more of a case of sad news. And that sad news is for Japanese gamers only, as last night Microsoft revealed that the Xbox One will not be coming to Japan at the end of this year like it is in the rest of the world, but yeah, you'll be waiting until 2014 in Japan. The reason for this is that Microsoft has listed Japan as a tier 2 country for the Xbox One. But something I find really odd about all this is that Microsoft is returning to the Tokyo Game Show after an absence to show off their new Xbox One, but they're not releasing it like the rest of the world and they're releasing it later on in Japan. It just doesn't make sense. It seems kind of like a little bit of a troll to Japan, being like, hey, this is our new console, but you can't have it just yet. But then again, the Japanese people are like, yeah, whatever, we don't care, we're gonna get the PlayStation 4 because it's a Japanese console. Anyway, back to the actual topic itself, and if you're wondering when the Xbox One will be in Japan, it will most likely be in March 2014. If you actually look back to last generation and when the Xbox 360 launched, when the PlayStation 3 launched in Australia, they both launched in about March, a few months after the initial release in the rest of the world. I'm not exactly sure why this kind of stuff happens, but it's most likely production and demand. Anyway, moving on to our next news report, which is another trolling story with the Xbox One. This was briefly explained at E3, but more details have now come out. They explained that the more you play, the more you'll see a difference. If you're a nicer player and you get a good reputation, you'll more than likely be matched up with other players that are just like you. However, if you troll or annoy people and build a bad reputation on Xbox Live, games will begin to put you in lobbies with other trolls. So what they're saying is that eventually we could see an entire room full of trolls everywhere. But I'm guessing we'll actually have to wait and see how the Xbox One's reputation system does work. So until then, you can read what they've actually said right now about it, but yeah, let's move on to the sad news. Sad news! What the fuck? So earlier this week, Microsoft gave us some sad news about Halo 3 not coming to the Games with Gold program. Now initially we all thought that Halo 3 was going to be part of it at the start of July, then Assassin's Creed 2 would follow after that. Instead we got some other Xbox Live Arcade game, but luckily today we have some good news instead of sad news. Because Assassin's Creed 2 will be available as planned for the July 16th release. And yes, of course, it's going to be free for Xbox Live Gold members. So unlike Halo 3, we'll actually be getting a really awesome game for free, which is great news, and on top of that, we're not going to be getting some stupid Xbox Live Arcade title instead. And hopefully Microsoft does keep delivering great titles like they are with Assassin's Creed 2 in a couple weeks time, so yeah, we'll have to wait and see how Microsoft does that, but until then, big news! Big news! As you guys know, E3 was just a few weeks ago, and I was lucky enough to attend. And when I was at E3, I had a chance to get a closer look at the game Destiny. But sadly, some of you guys didn't actually get to see the game in high definition and in all its glory. The only way you got to see it was through a live stream, which is streamed online, which wasn't the best quality, and that kind of sucks. Luckily though, this isn't sad news because it's the big news, and the big news is that Destiny is now available in HD thanks to Bungie releasing the E3 video. So if you guys want to check out that full gameplay, I have linked it down below. And since I'm already talking about Destiny, I want to give my thoughts on the game and what I got to see at E3 behind closed doors. Now something I want to point out is that the gameplay I got to see behind closed doors was very similar to the presentation at the Sony press conference. The thing is though, it was still different and it wasn't exactly the same, but it was pretty much the same idea. Additionally, I got to see a really close look at how groups actually meet up, yet I still don't understand it completely. To me, it just seems like a very complicated system where you're by yourself or with a group of friends and then suddenly with a bunch of other people, which is just strange. It's just something confusing in my brain that I can't wrap around. It's just, I don't understand it, but what I do understand is that I want this game. Seriously, after getting a closer look at Destiny, this game jumped onto the top of my list of games that I want. I honestly think that Destiny Destiny could be the next big thing. Basically, it combines everything that we're familiar with by taking little parts from games like Halo, Call of Duty, and even MMOs like Skyrim. But then it adds its own spin and does something new and makes it unique. I think the only way to explain this is by using one word, and that word is refreshing. Seriously, it's just something new, awesome, and yeah, refreshing. And one thing I'm really hoping that Bungie do is release more videos and more information about this game, because I really want to know more about it. Because what I saw at E3, as I said, was very similar to what you guys are seeing in this video that Bungie just released, but it was a little bit different, and I don't even know how to explain it because I can't wrap my mind around it. I also had an interview with Bungie, and you guys can check that out down below, but it still didn't answer all my questions. The reason for that is that they can't even release that much information about the game just yet. So it's going to be interesting to see if anything does come out at Gamescom, because that would be incredible. I'm just really happy to see games evolve to the next level. But yeah, you guys can check out my interview and the full video that just came out for Destiny, and I hope you guys enjoyed if you haven't seen them already. Anyway, I know Gorilla Man is also excited for Destiny, but I also know he's excited to give me his question. Thanks, Gorilla Man. Okay guys, the question is, if you could live the life of one video game character, who would you choose and why? So put your answers down below in the comment section. They could end up on tomorrow's show. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you smack the like button, because I'm ChampChong Max Australia. Here are the answers to Gorilla Man's previous question. Oh shit. Uh-oh.